everyone, it's Sue with Ully Cat's Designs and Ully Cat's World blog. And I'm here today with a video using one of the new Karen Burniston February 2026 release. And this is going to be the die set called Love is in the Air Charms. And it makes some little hot air balloons, a teddy bear, a rose, there's winged heart, lots of and these are teeny tiny little hearts, and a cloud. So there's a lot of cute things. But I'm going to take the Love is in the Air theme and do a special accordion fold. So I'm going to use the Fancy Label accordion as my base for my card. And I'm using the Fancy Solid frame. I'm using what would be the green circle here as well to cut into my frame to make the base for this card. So I've cut 3 of the Fancy Label accordion panels. And you can go and watch the assembly video that Karen Burniston has on her website for that die. And then, as I said, I took my circle die and cut out 2 of the panels. The center panel, I just used the decorator dies that are in the accordion set to cut out all of those. I used the Love Notes stamp set to stamp Love is in the Air. And as I said, from the Love is in the Air charms, I did the winged heart, and I've got 2 different ways to make up the hot air balloon. But I will mention, here's another style hot air balloon that's in the set. It also makes a cute little teddy bear and a long stem rose. Those charms I won't be using in this card, but I just wanted to show you what the charm set does. So for this card, I made these charms double-sided because we're going to have them dangling in the center. I wanted to show you how the hot air balloons go together. So I've got the little cloud, I've got the heart, and the die does have a little stencil feature, and I just used my white gel pen that you can get on the Karen Burniston website. I cut the basket from brown, and to make a double-sided one, the normal way is the heart goes in and you just glue it down. But when you're trying to do a double-sided one, this is my technique. On the back side, complete one, because the trick is you're trying to match up everything. So I found if I glued the basket on, and I put glue on the back side of the one heart, and I'm slipping the heart through so that it will pick up those 2 interior baskets slots, but I also want to double check that everything is matching up there. And the last thing I'll do is I will put glue on the top of the back basket holder. Now the clouds don't match up perfectly, but I think that they're close enough it will still work. So that's how I did the clouds on this one, kind of matching up front and back. On this one, I put the clouds up high, and I just had them hanging off on the sides. A lot of this depends on where those clouds are going to hit in the circle. And I thought about putting my clouds down more over the basket, but it was going to hit the inside of the circle, so I opted not to do that. Now I have threaded a sewing needle with some white cotton thread, and what I'm going to do is in the top of the frame, I'm going to go a tiny bit off center because I want to get it into a thicker part. I'm using a thinner needle, not one of the big thick needles. I've got both my charms threaded through and the knots tied off. And the knots are on the back side of the frame, and I've got liquid glue on top of the knots to hold them in place and also secure those knots, even though I did square knot. And a square knot is right over left and left over right then. So I'm going to let this dry overnight before I connect all the frames. So the glue has dried, and as you can see, they dangle very nicely. But the next thing I want to do is to glue tabs I need to trim off these tabs. So I added a little love floating your way, and that's from the Stage Scenes stamp set. But this would be what the card looks like when it's in the folded position. And then you open it up, and you can obviously have dangling ones, and the back side. So that's our Love is in the Air accordion card. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you got some inspiration, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.